Down, down to Goblin Town.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm playing with Muxus, Goblin Grandee. This goblin is actually 5 different goblins that each take turns becoming king. And in this deck, it is the king of goblins, because when it enters, you get the top 6 cards of your deck, every single goblin in those cards into play. And then if Muxus swings in, he gets a buff based on the number of goblins you control. So this deck is filled with goblin synergies, ways to produce tons of goblins like Krenko and the Beetleback Chief, things that deal damage, discount your goblins, make your goblins grow, and of course, give us additional abilities for all of our goblins. Some of them give haste, some of them are just going wide, some of them make them grow, but all of them work great together. Goblins, though very disposable, are great at teamwork because they're not afraid to die for the cause of summoning the great Muxus. If you're wondering, why am I playing Muxus? It's because Jim Davis had actually asked me to make this deck for his channel because he's currently recovering from surgery and he doesn't have time to make any videos while he's stuck in bed. So I made a Muxus deck for him, and it's great. So I brought it into my channel too. So if you head over to Jim's channel, you can find even more footage of this deck. So let's take Muxus into the queue and start mucking things up. Essica, God of the Tree, or more realistically, it's the Prismatic Bridge is their commander, the backside which summons creatures or planeswalkers at the start of each turn. The rest of the deck is 5-color good stuff, leaning usually a little bit more on the control side of things because, well, you won't accidentally hit those spells off Prismatic Bridge, and then you can just set up with some fine old planeswalkers. They'll also be doing some ramping because they need 5 different colors and they want it as fast as they can get it. Non-creature ramp, unless it's like really good ramp. Yeah, so they explore, get another land, put it into play. It's a fetch. I'm ready for goblins. I name Goblin on 3 Tree City, and maybe I'll even get to activate it since I've got goblins. And the goblins buff each other. They say, hey, more red guys. I'm one of thems. And it gets additional power until the end of turn. Occasionally, the front side gets cast for Essica. She's ramp. She can block. If you're building this deck as oops, all legendary creatures, it works out. She just goes in like the 99 of Joda. Next turn, I could Hoblin Goblin or Howl Squad Heavy. And Wrath of God. Well, there go my beautiful goblins. Since the board is empty, we use Howl Squad Heavy to start rebuilding. We get a goblin that swings in, and our speed goes to 2. They can now play the Prismatic Bridge. Well, if they play land here. Lance? No Lance? Hey, oh god, it's Mana Confluence. It makes sense in a 5-card deck. They're actually going for Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Is he plussing? Yes, he is. And he's going to be distracting damage because that's what he does best. This notably gives all my goblins haste. So I'm going to maximize the number of goblins I can get out this turn with the Beetleback Chief. That's a lot of you. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at Teferi, and 1, 2, 3 at their face. I know I could put all that damage at face, but I'm pretty sure I have lethal anyway with the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Or I could just play Muxus because 3 Tree City. Unless they wipe the board again, in which case, thanks. I hate it. It's Sunfall. Yep, they wiped the board again. My goblins are bloblins. Rude. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, Mutavault, swing at their face. Yeah, them wiping the board is like, yeah, I definitely want this gone. I'm just a guy. He's a little goblin guy. What do you want? They play the Prismatic Bridge, leaving themselves with 1 mana. Are they going to use it? Is it a Swords to Plowshares? Is it a mana drain? I don't know. I'm playing Muxus. Heart of the cards! I'll look for a slightly more different land. Okay, cool. I am going to use the Skirk Prospector to sacrifice the Artillery Enthusiast to activate Goro Goro to give everybody haste. And then I'm going to swing in with the guys, with the lads, with the little goblins, and win the game through 2 board wipes. Goblins can rebuild. Tamio, Inquisitive Student. She's, well, usually an Oops All Counter Spells deck, sometimes with a little bit more green for things like Wilderness Reclamation, but Tamio is very easily protected since she costs 1. She's in blue, so counter spells are real. She flips over easily just by drawing a 3rd card in a turn, and then she can reduce damage from all of your sources forever. I'm trying to decide if I want to Chrome Mox and dash this turn or just play Ragavan. I think I'm just going to play Ragavan. I'm going to save this Chrome Mox possibly to get out something next turn, since dashing Ragavan over and over to me is fine. This encourages them to play the Tamio here, and maybe I can kill it with something else. Alright, we've got Embereth or Glory. I have a War Boss here. They haven't played a non-basic yet. I don't actually think they'll play that many non-basics. So I'm going to put this Ruin Blaster away to bring out Legion War Boss. Just gonna go wide, make as many goblins as I can. And I know that the 1/1 goblins won't get damage through Tamio, because that +2 negates the damage. But that's fine, because I can make more damage with Castle Embereth and the Dropkick Bomber. Is Wonder in Arena? Yes. And Anger isn't. What are the Incarnation Cycle? I think that might be what they're called. All right, I'm going to use Arena of Glory here to give these haste. Starting with the Bastronaut. And then the Dropkick Bomber. The goblins all get a buff, and we swing in with everything. Mentor, Ragavan. And that's how you stop the Tamios from doing Tamio things. By having all of that on turn 3. Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. This is the 5-mana Nicol Bolas from War of the Spark that makes you exile things while it draws cards. I've got Ragavan, some Goblin land. I've got a Fury, too, which can deal some damage to their Planeswalker. That's pretty important. And also, this does steal abilities from other Planeswalkers, but we're Goblins. We don't really do that so much. I'm going to start by swinging in with Ragavan. Get my treasure. Possibly Steel Spell is Lorien Revealed. I will maintain the mana as it is and go for Metallic Mimic. Is it getting mana drained? It sure is! Well, I'm glad I didn't go for the 3-drop. What a shame. So now they have 3 colorless mana. Can't use that for Bolas since he is all colored pips, but they could use it for Mana Rocks. They could use it for other ramp. Or sorry, 2 colorless mana, because it's a 2-drop. This time I am going to lead with the Hell Squad Heavy, since it has a start of combat trigger, making a Goblin, and also starting my engines. Vroom, vroom. Nice Edict. Can't use it. Black Market Connections is fun. Imagine they're going to make treasures. And they also drew a card. If they get a land... no, they wouldn't be able to Bolas with a land, because they have 2 blue. Nice Mana Confluence. Monkey. Yeah, turn 1 Ragavan rules. Is it a Goblin? No. Does it still go in the deck? Yes, absolutely. It's ramp to get your 6-drop out. And also, it steals. And it's a 1-mana 2/1, so it's aggressive too. It fits in very well. It's practically a Goblin. Nicol Bolas, the Ravager. I'm going to drop Beetleback Chief. Was hoping for a land. I'd rather Muxus pre-combat, even though I'll have the ability after. I feel like this is a great time to evoke. I'm going to drop this Artillery Enthusiast, because I want to save the treasures. Kill this Bolas. Yeah, Goblin things like stealing, exactly. Speed up. Next turn, this might be able to tap for mana. Didn't steal a spell, so I will go for Goblin Matron. I'm eyeing a Skirk Prospector. They might wipe the board kind of at any given time, so I don't want to commit anything I don't need to. This is giving the goblins haste, so I really don't need to toss this down. Yep, damnation. No goblins left. They do have 2 mana up. And I'm going to throw down... You know what? I already saw their edict. I was thinking, like, I stole their edict, right? I did. So I'm just going to toss out Muxus. Didn't get countered. And he whiffed! Oh no! Muxus! That's embarrassing. Top 6 cards in my deck. We look at them and there was nothing there. It can happen. It can happen. You can look at 6 cards in a deck that is over 40% hits and see nothing. There was an old historic deck with Muxus that it would always be so funny because it would get played in tournaments when it would whiff because it's like, and Muxus comes down and he finds nothing. They have 6 life remaining. 4 mana up. And I have no Muxus. Nothing in hand. I think my best thing here would be like a hasty goblin or a land, so I can just Den of the Bugbear and swing for 4. Oh, Ragavan! How do you do, fellow monkey? They also have 2 pain lands, notably. Or sorry, just 1. This is not a pain land. The Mana Confluence. Now, I got a 5-cost goblin, the most expensive goblin in my deck. I think it's you and Brash Taunter. They could play Bolus. It'll cost them. Tapping for black and getting out Prosper, who's going to prosper as they cast things from exile. Undercity Sewers, they surveil. It's also very good at blocking the Den of the Bugbear. They milled it. If they didn't, probably would have popped this. Sanders Lounge. Okay. Siege Gang Commander. Gives me multitudes of goblins. I have 4 damage, able to take them out if the Siege Gang Commander and another Goblin survive. Of course, Nicol Bolas could just come down and kill the Siege Gang. But that still leaves me with attackers. Tapping for black. They're doing this manually to make sure that they don't use the pain lands, I'm pretty sure. Bolus. That -3 can just destroy the Siege Gang Commander. And there it goes. Oh, sneezes. What else you got? A Roaring Furnace! Okay, I think I might still have lethal, though. No, it's just off lethal. Since they only lose 1 life. I'm still doing it, though, because it'll make me feel better about myself. Swinging in with all of these. Eat up the Den of the Bugbear. Take them to 2. And I'm really worried about that Rusko, because Rusko gains them life. I bring them to 1, and they could totally recover from this point. I think I just exile a land. Gotta maximize my potential damage for next turn. And if that's 1 damage from having a 3rd attacker, I will take it. Prosper makes another treasure. They have 4 mana, but one of them hurts, so they can't really use it yet. 5 now, because of the Midnight Clock. They tap. They tap. They sack. Triple blue for another Midnight Clock. They go to 2 life. Bing bong. They exile a swamp. It's my turn. The clocks are ticking. And the gobs are winning. They're winning. They're taking them down to 1. And if they have an instant or sorcery they can cast in their upkeep, they will still win. I know I could have played the land to sacrifice that lackey. I don't care. This is my final act. My last resort. The turn starts. Black Market Connections, in their main phase, is going to lose them a life. But okay, they do get their draw. Sorry, they get their draw phase first. No. And they gained a life. And I think the game is sadly over. Now, I can play this for another like turn, because there is the question of, do I get the lightning bolt? But that's kind of the only out, because of Rusko's life gain and the fact that most of their deck is going to be non-creature spells. That's just how it is. Like you, Jace the Mind Sculptor, pain in my butt. They draw 3, they can put some back. I got so close. They tap. Sacrifice 2 treasures to open up the Steaming Sauna. That's going to draw them additional cards. They're also getting additional cards off Prosper. It's another land. It is now 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. I'm going to try to kill Rusko. Take away their life gain source. Maybe I can win this. With no life, no lands, no nothing. Just a Black Market Connections and a Dreams. It's not even my Black Market Connections, it's theirs. Field of Ruin, be gone. They draw 3. Hey, it's not over yet. Okay, well now it's over because I won. They didn't find a way to gain life and Black Market Connections kills them. The only life that matters is the one that you have left because you didn't pay the 6. They could have paid the 6. They didn't. They kept paying 1 and 2s. Emery, Lurker of the Lock. She's going to be recurring artifacts. And I might be destroying some artifacts. I've got a Goblin Bushwhacker here. I guess I'll keep this. Even though destroying an artifact doesn't feel that good here, it'll still slow down them playing Emery. So I think it's worth doing. Destroy the parcel. They had an artifact land, so she comes out anyway. Now I'm gonna wish I had that because they might find a Paradox Engine or something like it. Go Goblin! Hmm. 3 mana. Not something from their graveyard. Ironcrag and then something from the graveyard. Yeah, at least they milled Mana Drain. You can't bring that back with Emery. It's like they're just going ramp, ramp. Thanks, I hate it. For 1 more mana, I'd have some land destruction. Don't have it right now, so it's going to be the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. And I'll swing in. Did I have any of the 0 or 1 cost? Yeah, I have a 1 cost. If there's Spellbomb, that's one of the scariest things. Relic and Font Monitor. I think I go for trying to kill Emery. Just to slow them down. Just since you won't have haste for a turn. Unless she gets, like, boots or something. Would you like to bounce the Bandit Lord? Bouncing Emery. Even though she's the same cost if I kill her. So I'm a little surprised to see them do that. Emery returns. Being cast for 1 whole mana. They milled a Chromatic Star. Okay, so there's boots, so she does get the haste. Landlord Navigator. 2 or more artifacts enter. They get a Thieving Magpie, and they aren't entering? Strange. Okay, Ruin Blaster. Gonna try to ruin the springs. Use the Hobgoblin for some bopping. I'll swing in with the Volley Veteran and the Ruin Blaster. Okay, Hydroelectric Specimen. It's sort of a land, but for them it's just a blocker. Now, they don't have any of the things that pretty much end the game on the spot in their graveyard, so we're gonna wait. See what happens this turn. I live in fear. They're gonna try to draw more. Okay, so they recast Thought Monitor. For 1 mana, they draw 2 cards and they get a 2/2 blocker. Treasure Cruise, exiling all of the non-artifacts from their graveyard to draw 3 more. It's weird that they held that up instead of, you know, getting a free blocker. Yeah. Razka Puzzle Door. Expedition Map. Okay, so they are completely empty-handed here. I don't have haste on Siege Gang, so we're gonna go for Muxus. Just hope I hit the goods. Pretty good. Swinging with everyone. They can prevent 6 damage and take lethal from everyone else. PG Emery. It's another Muxus! Goblin Grandee. Hello, Muxus. It's gonna be goblins and goblins and goblins, oh my. I have this Burnout Bastronaut to start with, and that's what I'm starting with. Usually, like, Skirk Prospector is also something to consider, especially if you have something like War Chief to follow up with. But the Bastronaut starts your engines and speeds you up! Oh, hello, Arsonist. Ain't you fine? Fine, Goblini. Am I feeling this? No, because then they block. Well, I'm not feeling it with the kick. I don't need it for haste. The buff is cool. But I'm just, you know, playing a couple goblins. So I maybe can Muxus next turn. Would I want to Muxus next turn? Maybe. You can't tell me what... You can't tell me what not to do. Ooh, the Snoop! They have a Shared Animosity on top of their deck. Nice. I'm not running that, but you could absolutely put it into your deck. First of all, it's funny. Second of all, it's really funny. I'm gonna go War Chief over the Rush the Muxus. That's... but what if they bolt this? No, I want to do it. We're sacrificing all 3 goblins so I can play a turn 3 Muxus. Come on, Muxus. Hit the goods. That was completely lackluster. Whatever. Go Ruin Blaster. I think I downgraded my goblins. But I got Muxus out. Muxus is hard to kill. He gets really big. They can trade this and then take out like the Instigator or the 1/1. I could use a Crater Maker to destroy the Snoop. Snoop Gob. Guardian Idol. More mana. More fun. More Gob. More Lin. No, there's a land on top. I could kill the Snoop since it does let them play goblins from the top of their deck. Or I could get rid of their mana. I'm going to kill the Snoop. And then the Goblin Mama next turn is going to give me something nice. So here's Krenko, but he doesn't have haste, so he can't tap right away. I will go for Goblin Matron. And I can get up to a 4-mana Goblin, since they all get that. I believe I'm going for one of the Buffin Gobs. Ooh, Rabble Master's fun, too. Hell Squad's kind of like a Rabble Master. I'm sorry, there's just so many goblins, and I love them all so much. Crete is neat. No, I think I was right on, like, Rabble Master. Rabble Master, maybe a Chieftain. I'm not running the 4-mana one. Maybe Ringleader. I'm sorry, there's so many. I'm just gonna go for Krenko. I see a Krenko, I want a Krenko. It makes them block with the Muxus. Go for it, kids. I was, like, trying to think, like, what is the best goblin to play? I don't know. How about the same one they played? Take them to 4. Oh, I'm being asked, is the Cycling Goblin that burns creatures in arena Gem Palm Incinerator? It is. I'm not running it. I'm running a lot of goblins, though. All right. They get to the mana. They play the Muxus. Can they one-shot me? No, but they can eliminate almost every single goblin that I have. Oh, the tragedy. Whatever. More goblins. Yeah, more goblins. Go! So it's lethal through one of these 2 lands. I'll go with Embereth. I just think it's neat. Did you want me to do a Ramanop Ruins kill? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I should have done it for you. Rusko Clockmaker. Nobody likes him because he just comes out here and makes more mana, drains your life, gains life, and draws you a new hand of cards. Thankfully, I have what I'm going to call Rusko Repellent in my hand. It's a lightning bolt. It kills Ruskos. Oh, but they're going to inquire about Kozilek and find that I had a lightning bolt. I think they drop either lightning bolt or Crater Maker if they were planning on playing a colorless rock on 2. Because Rusko refunds half of his mana cost, like the command tax, it's not that bad if he dies. It's unfortunately, like, killing Rusko does not greatly swing the tides of the game. Oh, okay, they dropped the Signet. Strange. I'll go for this Crater Maker. Fun fact about Goblin Crater Maker, it can one-shot Ugin or Emrakul, because it destroys colorless non-land permanents. We love that for it. Swinging in with goblins. Winner, winner. Goblin dinner. Well, unlike the last Rusko I had played against, at least this one did not Dark Ritual and come out on turn 2. Yeah, this goblin is very fun against Eldrazi. Also, like Karn, it's just so satisfying to be like, oh, no, sorry, Karn exploded. Two goblins hanging out. They're playing a Black Market Connections. Oh my. You're willing to pay life against me? The Goblin deck? Okay. Gonna use the Mutavault over the Battle Cry for the Battle Cry Goblin. I could technically do both, since I think any response I'd be doing... Yeah, I think any response I'd be doing would be on their turn. So I'm just gonna go for maximum damage here. And I also have, like, Fury as a backup if the bolt doesn't go through. Or I could just play to land Fury. They're down to 7. Yeah, you want to pay life? Because you don't have a lot of life to pay. Here comes Rusko using up all that mana. They haven't even played a land yet for turn. They get the clock. And I think I'm just going to go for the same thing as last time. I'm going to start with the bolt on Rusko. I'm going to flicker him. Okay, no, they're swan songing. That gains them a life. And we're battlements. Tap. Animate. This only gives haste to goblins. But faces the place. Take him out. Okay, Rusko. You and your nasty clocks. Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. I faced off against one of these earlier too. I've got Metallic Mimic, Herald's Horn, Legion War Boss, and a Ringleader. I'm going to try to curve Mimic into War Boss, and I really wish I were going first, because that would be nice. Hi. I think this is somebody who's in chat sometimes. I'll tell them that I'm ready to brawl. It's time to duel. A Signet. Nice mana confluence, giving them the damage. I could actually just, like, play the Ragavan, like, Signet into Ragavan as well. I'm gonna go for the Mimic. It might get removed. Let's find out. Goblin! Wow, that's a lot of life to pay, but sure. Paid 4 life against the mono red deck. Brave. I got choices here. I kind of like waiting for the discount, but I want to start building up an army, so I will go for Legion War Boss with the full expectation that, like, it might get countered. It's getting disrupted. So with the Horn also would have been disrupted. The only thing that wouldn't have been is Signet. More counter spells? Perhaps. Goblin Ringleader! It's 2/2, it's haste. It gets more goblins in my hand. Let it happen. We're putting it back on top of the deck. Sure. Every day I go closer and closer to gobs. What do you hit here? I think Signet, maybe? I don't know, Herald's Horn. Okay, they want to hit my card advantage. I'll start with Arcane Signet. I'll play the Ringleader. It's not going to be attacking in, because subtlety. But if it resolves, I can still get some goblins in hand. We look at the top 4, and of the top 4, no Goblinis? I mean, I was just moving those off the top of my deck so Muxus would find the goblins. Right? Yeah, totally. Okay, Muxus, don't get countered. Don't whiff. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I got a Crinkle Mob Boss, Seer Slicer, and Cacophony Scamp. Now, unfortunately, no haste enabler. And nobody with haste. And no buffs. But lots of goblins. This can give haste. It can also make dragons, which is just neat. Looks like they're eyeing their cards here. Bolus is much better at single target removal, since his -3 is just an effective kill spell. But the other spells they might have, like a Toxic Deluge, Damnation, Sink into Stupor. They're going to hit the Krenko, killing the Sear Slicer. Okay, that's fine with me. I was going to hope that I was getting some haste with this. I might want to wait a turn off it. The more goblins I have, though, the more you do. So behold. Goblins. This comes in tapped. Still attacking with the Scamp. Sure. Since I can. And bop it! I'll play this as a land. Hey, Regarded, thank you for the 7-month resub. They got bolus mana. They could go bowling for boluses. Ooh, any ideas on who I'll do a video on first for Dragonstorm? Who will be the first Tarkir Dragonstorm Brawl Star? I don't know. Because there's a lot of really good commanders. It might be one of the commander pre-con cards, because it turns out they are coming to Arena. Not the whole decks, but the commanders. Both the face and the backup. You think Tygam? Tygam wouldn't be bad. Alright, let's go Reckless Lackey. Make some goblets. Ragavan. Give them haste. Give them buffs. Swing in. End the game. End the game. GG Bolus. Teysa of the Ghost Council. Teysa can probably rival Muxus in aggro. I have 2 different haste enablers, some turn 1 ramps, so I can actually play one of those right away. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit of a strange hand, but I don't think it's a bad one. Teysa is... Okay, she's also got a Mux. She comes out, makes spirits, and buffs your spirit. She also exiles herself and then immediately can come back. So they went ramp into ramp. That's scary. That's the kind of stuff I'm worried about in this format. I'm going to drop this big score underneath the Chrome Mux, play this Field of Ruin, and then throw down the Draconautics Engineer. Goro is able to give everything haste, self-included. This only gives other creatures haste, so playing it on turn 2 with no more mana seems just fine. Hi, Teysa. Teysa comes out, makes a spirit, and then goes into hiding. She might be good at blocking goblins, but she wants to kill me first. Oh, cool. Land. Don't even have to bolt in. Love that. Goro. I'll put a counter on this, give you haste, and swing in for 5. Because Teysa is, first of all, a 1 or a 0/5 as her base, and also gone during like my turn, I just can't kill her. There's not a way in my deck for me to effectively get rid of her. That's why this is just going to be a race. It's going to be, yeah, you're dealing damage, you're disappearing. You're dealing damage, you're disappearing. Dread Fugue, I guess they can hit anything since they paid the cleave cost. You think turn 2 Teysa should not be possible in 1v1? Yeah, Dark Ritual, Chrome Mox, these fast mana sources are kind of terrifying. I might want to, if I get a win, I might want to Shatter Skull these too. Well, I didn't, so instead, more goblins. I could chump block Teysa. I could make a dragon. I could make a dragon. I could make a dragon or 2. Yeah, I'm gonna block. Don't have enough blocking power to get rid of her. Yeah, making a dragon gets me 1 block in the air. Because I'm dead next turn. Arena of Glory. Pathetically, would only give the 2/2 haste. Guess I could do that at any time. So I'll go for the Goro. There's a 5/5. Maybe I should have left 1 goblin back to block Teysa. I think I actually needed to. Whoops. It's fine, guys. All right, so if I had 2 blockers here, actually, I still would have been dead because these are each swinging for 5. Yep, it's not enough. I'm at 9, and oh, they also had a Valorant stance. Good game. Tesa of the Ghost Council. Hard to fight those spirits. Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, the monkey who's going to be going fast, just like us. We are going to be going toe-to-toe mono red style. I've got some removal for their monkey, some blockers for the monkey, and also just like goblin stuff. I got goblins. And this is practically a goblin. It's in this deck because it's awesome. And it might come out on turn 1, or they might wait until turn 2 to dash it. It's Ragavan! Oh, sweet. Lightning Bolt. And a Reckless Lackey. And a Reckless Lackey. Oftentimes when, like, it's Ragavan versus Ragavan, you mulligan until you have, like, multiple one-drop blockers or removal. Just how it goes. Magda's out here. She can ramp. I could either buff or I could rabble. I want to rabble. Rabble, rabble. More rabble. Rush them with the rabble. All my goblins have to attack now. But that's not that bad because I want to attack. I'm racing for damage. They get more value out of their commander than most of the goblins. But that's okay. So they get a treasure. Magda swings in. I don't think you're going to give it double strike. Oh, they are giving it double strike. Yeah, they are racing for damage. Okay, take 4. I'll go for the Rundevelt Horde Master. All the goblins do the goblin thing, and then we go in for a nice old swing. Gonna win the game. GG. Looks like Emery, Lurker of the Loch, is back, and it's the same Emery player as before. Is it time for revenge? Revenge of the fish? Could be. Behold, Cacophony Scamp. It's a little scamp. He's a little guy. He'd never do nothing wrong, never. Use this Goblin Morale Sergeant. Do I want to make a copy of the scamp in the deck? Not really. Emery. The Landlord Navigator. I'm just gonna bolt Emery. I know she can come back out nice and easy. And she might. Swinging in with both of these. Okay. If they didn't block, I was gonna sacrifice this to kill it. Yeah, killing Emery is less about taxing her and more about just preventing her from activating for a turn. She's just always so inexpensive because she has affinity for artifacts, and she loves these cheap recurable artifacts. Okay, I'm looking at what they've milled. Some nice stuff in there. I'm planning on going for Key to the Archive to try to get Muxus out next turn. That Inventor's Fair is scary to me, so it's like, I want to go out as fast as I can, getting in that Muxus, getting in that damage. I think D-Spark, and I'll drop the land. And the reason for that is if they do manage to tutor and play the Paradox Engine somehow this turn. Okay, so like they already have it. Do they have any one-drop recurable sacrificeables? Scrabbling Claws. So they only have 1 mana rock, though. And it costs 1 to activate. So I think I'm actually good this turn. On a scale of 1 to 10, am I boned? No. Because I have D-Spark off of Key to the Archives. I also could have gone for the Muxus, roll them bones, hope for the best. But I think I chose right here, and I'm going to again kill Emre. So Paradox Engine's gone forever. They can't get it back unless they have Karn in their deck. Inventor's Fair can't fetch it. I'm pretty happy about that. Nobody expects D-Spark in the mono red deck. So I'm running, I want to say like Windfall in my deck. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to run another one of the make 2 treasures, discard a card, draw 2 card spells, because it's a great way to go from 4 to 6 for Muxus. But I figured that the occasional getting exactly the spell you need off Key to the Archive is totally worth it. Okay, so the One Ring is going to buy them a turn of protection if they can play it here. They only have 3 mana that I can see, but they might play a land. Nope, Guardian Idol. So I just have to kill them this turn. Easy. Easy, I can do that.
Yep, you're going down.
Just in case I don't get the thing. Trying to make it so it won't use all of it. Both of the haste. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Those are some good goblins. Yeah, I'll just use Draconautics Engineer, give the rest of them haste. That's so lethal. It's extremely lethal. Nice. GG. Atraxa Grand Unifier. Atraxa is big. She gets you a lot of value, and she's usually well supported by a bunch of other cards that do a bunch of other good stuff. This hand has a glut of 3-drops, but I don't think that's terrible. Again, more 3-drops. I was like, I have a 3rd land, but it's not one I super want to play as a land. I'm going to end up doing it. Oh, look at that. Wily Goblin. I had a 2-drop, but not one I could play. Goblin War Chief is one of the just like best ways for me to set up continuously casting spells, but they're probably running a bunch of board wipes. Since this Atraxa can just hold the board down for a long time. This Nykthos ain't generating much for me. Do I feel like going for wide or discounts? I'm gonna go for wide right now, playing Squee Dubious Monarch. If this gets killed, I can bring it back from the graveyard. It gets exiled instead. Oh, okay. This is not the Squee that can be played from exile. I'm sorry. It's the escape Squee. It's technically not worded as escape. It's totally escape. Phyrexian. That's a Phyrexian, all right. A good one. I draw. It hurts. Ow. Goblins. We sit. We wait. We lin. Next turn, I might be able to Ruin Blast one of these lands. As long as it's non-basic, I can destroy it. Oh no! My War Chief! I take 4 from Sheoldred, and I'm sure I'm going to take even more from her. Thus is the way of the Sheoldred. I could double spell, something like Legion Loyalist, Hobgoblin, Bandit Lord. But I really want to destroy that land. It's going to make me feel good about myself. I will destroy the... all of the Storm Giants. No blue. Not for you. Swinging for 3. They keep gaining life because Sheoldred does that. Also, notably, the fact that this is a 7/7 with Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink, it's the Lifelink that hurts us the most. All 7/7s are otherwise kind of the same to me. Playing the land, and then this first to try to get some value out of Nykthos. Is it more damage to use you to bop the face? Yeah, it is. Alright, so we bop the face. Okay, cool. Swing in for 5. Okay, Solitude. Can block one, exile another. And also, oh, Legion Loyalist gets ed up in the process. Stop gaining life. Then they keep gaining life. Much to my chagrin. They surveil. Wait, what are you keeping on top? Nothing. Okay, they put the Wandering Emperor away. They're like, yeah, I don't need it. I don't need more life gain and single target removal. You know what I need? 7/7 Flying Vigilance Death Touch Lifelink. That's going to put a whole lot of cards into their hand. Up to 8, I think. We have 8 different card types now. A land, an instant, and a sorcery. That's all they get. I have 8. Now 6 life. Goblin. Okay, if I use the Nykthos on this, can I also do that? I don't think I can. Like, I'm trying to see if I could, like, chain together those. Muxus! Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Go, give him haste. Go. Do some damage. It's not lethal, but it will make me feel better about myself. And isn't that what matters? Roundabout Horde Master. Is it a goblin on top of my deck? No, it's a land. At least I got to do the thing, right? And they swing in. GG Atraxa. Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel. Yet another mono blue commander. This one, an oops all counterspells until it starts cheating out. Big stuff. I kept this hand because of 2 reasons. Number 1, turn 1 Ragavan, the best goblin that's not a goblin. Reason number 2, Spike Field Hazard. I just spike Malcolm straight out of the sky. Don't even have to worry about it. There is no Malcolm. Siren Storm. Okay, well, maybe I have to hit the Siren Storm Tamer. In fact, I think I will. I'm going to use this Wily Goblin first, and I'm going to swing in it and see if they're willing to maybe trade. I don't know, you want to stop the Ragavan? Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. It's not a goblin. Now I have some other fun toys I can use to take out Malcolm. And we start with a Spike Field Hazard. Might get countered. If it does, fine, Lightning Bolt. There is no Malcolm. He has to hit you 4 times or get proliferated in order to get 4 chorus counters. So happy, he's gone. Pashalek Mons. My goblin's dying, deals damage. Also, can sacrifice goblins to make more goblins. Goblins is more goblins. You kill a goblin, get a goblin, kill a Malcolm. Perfect. Reckless Lackey. Not a very impressive goblin. Is it worth a counterspell? Nope. And Goblin Morale Sergeant. And Goblin Morale Sergeant. It makes copies of my goblins. Alright, I saw that one coming. I was going to use that to try to make a copy of Wily Goblin into the top cards of my deck. You think Ragavan's an honorary goblin? That's me saying yes. But in monkey. Malcolm hits the battlefield. They have 1 mana up. I'm gonna play the Dropkick Bomber. And swing in with all of these. Cool. They're down to 13 life. Malcolm is going to let them filter if he feels safe attacking. And they have untap. They have mana. They can cast big spells. Or they could sit there, quivering in their siren pirate boots. My hope is actually that I get 1 more mana and I can use Pashalik Mons to, like, sacrifice a goblin to make 2 more goblins to kill Malcolm. Alright, they, Frogified this. That's fine. It's still a goblin, unlike actual Frogify. You can even still attack. Huh. Okay, they put Saw It Coming back on top of the deck. Oh, yeah? Well, wait, where's Lance? Trying to decide if I want to sacrifice this, and if it's a before or after. It's an after. Everybody in? This does, like, have haste, give haste. But the likelihood of counterspells is extremely high, so I'm going to sacrifice a Reckless Lackey now. Looking for a land. I'm still on 3. Killing Malcolm. Unless they have a way to protect him. Die, you bird. You've peeped your last peep. Peep, peep. There usually are some protective spells, like was it Deep Dive? No, Dive Down. That's the one. There's the... Oh, they're just drawing cards. Okay. A couple other ones. Oh, they could have stolen a goblin. Okay. Yep, forces them to use it, forces them to have it. And also, if I got, like, a land, I could use it for this. I sort of got a land. And they're frogifying Pashalik Mon, so she is not a goblin. She's a frog. I think she. This sounds... Pashalik to me sounds like a Goblin name, but I don't actually know. We know they have a counterspell because we saw it coming. Legendary frog. A hero. Yeah. But I didn't want to play Muxus into the face-up counterspell. Hit them for 2. Hey, do you want to play another sorcery speed Malcolm? He has flash. He can hold up the mana for spells. Ugliest frog you've ever seen? Aw, he just needs a kiss from a lovely prince. They tapped under Malcolm mana in order to use this Anticipate, which means I might actually use this Lightning Bolt on their face. And that's gaming. We win against Malcolm, Alluring Scoundrel. Tajik, Legion's Valor. I'm not actually sure how to beat a Tajik with a Goblin deck because this dude's indestructible. He summons an army every turn. I have a Chrome Mux. I have a little here. I have 1 drops. I think I need more ones. So I'm going to try, but I don't think I'm going to win this battle because this dude's scary. There's the, like, oh, you can just out-aggro them. Can I? They're a Boros aggro deck. Some of them are more like Boros control decks. But this is one of the, like, most busted cards I think they've ever added to Alchemy. Why is he indestructible? Haste, give things haste. I get it. They have to attack. It gives you an opportunity to kill them, except they're strong. They're strong and they get played on curve. Yeah, it's aggro v aggro. We're on the draw. Screaming Nemesis. Okay, so good news. I don't have life gain. Bad news, they could actually direct the damage onto my stuff and just kill my goblins. My sweet little gobs. I don't need to use that to give goblins haste since they already get it from the War Chief. And I'm swinging in with these 2 buddies. Skrelv can't block. It was just there to protect. Chainsaw takes out the Goblin War Chief. No discounts for me. Shame, that Krenko would have been great. And they swing in for another 3. They did not play Tajik, though, because they know how good Goblin War Chief is. Could give these haste, but just in case I get another land, I really want to make sure that Arena of Glory is not, you know, down. War Chief is one of the best cards in the deck. Yeah, it's a very good Goblin Lord. Oh, Lord, he be goblinin'. Oh, my goblins. It's like, next turn, Krenko, haste, could be nice. Here comes Tajik, Legion's Valor. And I'm going to, I think, enter into a Goblin exchange here. Both prevent some damage and also kill Skrelv so they can protect their stuff. Die, Skrelv. Stop holding priority. What? Sure, pay 2 life. Why are we paying 2 life? That confident? Okay. That's scary, I don't like that. I need 10,000 goblins, and I need them now. I need goblins. Okay, Goblin Lord, fine. Maybe I should have hasted it, but I want to save the haste for Krenko. This can block either the 1/1 or the other 1/1 that they summon, unless they can, I feel like equipping somebody here, or maybe proliferating Tajik. I only have 14 life left. Urbrask Forge. Okay, summons a 1/1 to attack with. It's now daytime. That's a lot of guys. I'll block the Swiftblade Vindicator. Take the hit from everybody else. Down to 6. And because of the trample and the everything else, that's rough. Okay, Arena of Glory. Krenko. Krenko. If I attack into the Screaming Nemesis, it reflects the damage onto me, and I die. So I can't attack. Joanna Freya, thank you for the 53-month resub. Thank you for supporting my channel while I do, Goblin things. Screaming Nemesis, I've heard, is an absolute menace in Standard, too. Next turn, though, I might be able to Krenko and kill them with the Hobgoblin's activated ability. Depending on how many goblins are alive. Yeah, because this stops like, the life gain. It's haste. It does so much. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's 2 in the air that I cannot stop. I just don't have a way to do it. I'm taking 2 here as well. I can freely block you. I can freely block you. I will double block this, and I will chump block this. And I go down to 2. But I'm not dead. They could also hit, like, the Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. That would kill 2 other goblins. But it wouldn't kill Krenko. So do you hit the Lord, or do you hit my face? Okay, that kills Foundry Street Denizen. And now it's all about what I get on this top deck. Okay. It's this Castle Embreth, which, yeah, I can buff my 2 goblin attackers. I don't have enough to attack with that. Heal back, Chief. Look, it's more goblins. They don't have haste. Get them! Yeah, Legion Loyalist. attacks for 1. The Sky Knight Legionnaire kills me. And it kills me so good. I guess I should have prioritized this dying over the Foundry Denizen. I forgot that it would die when the Hobgoblin dies. Get taken out! And we lose to Tajik. GG. Atraxa Grand Unifier. This is the big, flying, vigilant, life-leaking, death-touching Atraxa. They cost 7 mana. Hey girl, how you doing? She's the 7 mana 7/7. Oh my god, Soundwave? Wife acquired. I actually just bought a Soundwave, like, figure. It's like more like a model kit. It's Gunpla, but it's Soundwave. It's sitting right there on a shelf. I can see it from here right now. I can't wait to put it together. I hurt my finger, though, this week, so I have to wait. I have to wait until my finger gets better. Oh, so many choices for Goblord. Let's go with this one. Ryusei, or Disciple of. This attracts, though. I think the lifelink is the scariest part, and also the 4 colors she has access to. Like, that's ramp, that's counter spells, that's kill spells, that's board wipes, that's Sultai Ultimatum. There's a lot of scary stuff she could be doing. I would never pay the 1. And I am going to sacrifice the Skirk Prospector in order to give Krenko haste. I know I'm cutting myself off from that mana, but I want Krenko to do Krenko things. This person played Beans into Rhystic Study. I assume they kill Krenko here. Rip Krenko. Hobgoblin. Bandit Lord, I'm still not paying the 1! Nope. Not getting out of this chair. Enjoy your card advantage. Everybody gets haste. 2 more damage. Go for it. Down to 10. Yeah, in a deck like mine that has lots of cheap, low-cost spells, Rhystic Study can be especially annoying. They search for a forest. It's a lush portico they surveil. They already played Hedge Maze. I assume they also have the Golgari one somewhere in there. Ooh, shocking. Why'd you shocking and then play a Hobbit? Oh, to give themselves protection. Oh, man. Okay. Fine. Nope! Not doing it! Still not paying the 1! Gonna blow your mind? I'm still not paying the 1. You know what I am doing, though? Killing your Hobbit. Revenge! I don't get anything by attacking, so I sit here and I chill and I hang. Oh, yo, Battlecry Goblin's a great way to get a ton of damage, and I considered not playing it, but I really wanted to kill the little thing, just in case they couldn't get the mana for Atraxa. But of course, with all the card draws I'm giving them, they get Atraxa. This means that they're essentially at 15 life, because this thing blocks, puts them at 15. Also, their hand's already full. It's gonna be even more full. The thing I have to most be aware of is free spells. Any free spells here? Nope. They go to end step, they have to discard. The most damage I can currently generate is using the Castle Embereth or Battlecry. Actually, Battlecry Goblin twice is more damage. Do I feel like War Chief? Nope. I think I'm just going in with everything. And, yeah. Heart of the Cards. Because I can't give this haste. If I could, it'd be a little different. But nope. We go in with everything. We say more. And we say more. Atraxa? Are you dead? Oh, it's so ogre. GG, Atraxa. Grandee Unifier. Can't deal with this many gobs. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Muxus did great for me. It's not every day that I get to play in Hell Queue, but Muxus holds his own very well against the Atraxes, the Ragavans, the Malcolms, the Tamios, the Emerys, and we get to do some really cool stuff with all of the different Goblin synergies. I think that Goblins is a great archetype just because it always gets new cards. It has been like around forever, and every time we get a new set with Goblin Lords in it, it makes the Goblins better. And the more Goblins, the merrier, because Muxus loves it when you go wide. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video, and if you would like to suggest a commander for me to brew, well, let me know. Leave it in the comments, especially if you're talking about something from Dragonstorm. This is some Dragonstorm Collector's Boosters that I'm just waiting until the full set is revealed to open. I'm very excited for this set, and I'm excited to build some of the commanders that are coming out in it. Also, if you'd like to see more of this deck, you can find it on Jim Davis's channel. I built the deck for him. I'm not sure when he's uploading the video, but it should be sometime this week, either before or after this one. So you can see even more of Muxus in action over on Jim's channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.